Good morning, guys. Okay, I am finally ready to make this video. Today is July 15th, 2018, and as promised, I was supposed to make the video yesterday, so sorry about that. Um, I'm gonna take you back a little bit. So, I'm gonna take you back to 2009. I was living with my aunt and uncle at the time before I enlisted myself into the army. And woke up one morning and we were running errands and we were going to Lafayette back in 2009. And ended up, we were going to my aunt's mom's tortilla shop thing because she was creating a tortilla business in Lafayette. So this tortilla company was located right next to the company that I used to work for where I met my ex-girlfriend. And I remember getting out of the car, and going inside this empty building. But before I even went in there, I looked next door and, there was the famous sign and it said, you know, the painting company's name. And I was like, huh, looks pretty cool, right? Made nothing of it. Little did we know, right? Little did we know. Okay, so the tortilla shop ended up being right next door to my ex job. So, did my army thing and stuff like that. And we are going to flash forward to June 2015. June 2015, I was working at a liquor store as a cashier. And was kind of getting bored of it. It wasn't really going anywhere. And I was like, so one day I went home and started sending out my resume to all these like different companies on Craigslist, even if I had no experience doing them, right? So I came across this painting company's ad on Craigslist, and I was like, I know nothing about painting, right? But anyway, I still sent my resume out or whatever. So a day or two later, I got a phone call from one of the company's owners saying that he wanted to set up an interview. So I went and interviewed with him, and interview went great, and he's a super nice guy. And then I had met the actual owner that day, and she was a super nice lady. Her personality was a little quirky, but I liked it. And anyway, so the interview went well, and then I got a phone call maybe that afternoon or the next day, I don't really remember, and saying that they wanted to try me out, right? So I believe it was my second day on the job, right? And we were working at this house on Snowbird Lane in Lafayette. Don't ask me how I remember. I just have a really good memory. I'm pretty sure that's the street. And I was painting this window trim outside in front of the house that we were painting. And all of a sudden, one of the company vans shows up, and it's the owner's niece. And we're just going to shorten her name and not say her whole name just for privacy purposes. And we're just going to say D, okay? So D shows up in her van, and the guy that I was working for, he's like, oh, that's so-and-so's niece. And I was like, oh, okay. So I had already known that was my boss's niece, because before I even interviewed for the company, I, like any good, future employee, read about the company and who they were, and was, clicked through all these links and, all these who their employees were. And the first person that I scrolled upon was the owner's niece. And she was wearing blue shirt, leaning up against her van, right, in her white pants, right? So I was like, oh, okay, that's so-and-so's niece, right? And then the rest of the employees, I just kind of like scrolled through whatever. And the second day that I was working and that van pulled up, she comes out of her van and she is wearing the exact same thing. She's wearing her blue shirt with her blue pants. She just has like a lot of energy, and I was like, huh, like she seems nice, right? Then again, making nothing of it at the time, and I was like, huh, that's the girl from the picture. And my crew leader at the time introduced me to her, and he was like, oh, this is Dee. She's the owner's niece. And she was like always in a hurry. Like even after that, she's always a person that seemed in a hurry and always on the go from like day one that I met her. And she was hopping back into her van, and she was, I remember she was hopping back in, and then she said, hi, I'm Dee, whatever, right? And I said, oh, hi, I'm Stephanie, right? And I kind of laughed like I always do. And then she just drove away. And I was like, huh. I don't know. And from that moment, I don't know. I was curious about it. I knew that she had a boyfriend and all this other stuff. But from that moment of just us saying hi to each other, introducing each other, there was already like this kind of like magnetic pull to her, like I wanted to be around her, but I didn't know why, you know what I mean?